I overworked myself and I realized, oh my God, am I losing my passion? You never want to lose that fire from within. Remember why you do hair to begin with. We do it because it's fun. And when you remember that, you will never get tired of hair.
So today I'm going to be following Guy Tang's tutorial, Coral Sunset Hair Color Tutorial. I will link that in the description box. As you can see, my hair is not lighter from last video. I decided not to do any more bleaching on it because, I mean, it's already at a point where it's a little bit difficult to manage, and I know that if I do it one more time, it's probably going to be unmanageable and just I will have to cut it. So I'm going to take my chances and go ahead and put the pastel on it. I did do a test strand. Let me see if I can find it. Which I was happy with how it turned out. I think it's going to look really pretty, regardless of whether it's all the way to a level 10 or not. I mean, it's pretty close. So we'll see what happens. Today I'm using MyDentity by Guy Tang. I got these on eBay, obviously, because I'm not a professional. You can't buy Guy Tang's products unless you are professional, so I went on eBay and found it. I know that's a no-no, but you know, they're all like this. So I'm going to be using exactly what he's using, except for in the video, his tutorial, he's using a demi-permanent, which uses peroxide. I'm using just the direct deposit dye, which is just put on your hair without any peroxide. So it's almost the same. I mean, it's his line still. It's just going to be the semi and not the demi-permanent dye. All right, so let's start watching it.
Hello, hair bestie. How are you doing? So today we're going to talk about coral, pastel, soft pink colors. It's one of my favorite color combination to do. I want to do like almost like a sunset type of color. So with pastel colors, we always got to put it on level 10. I know, a lot of people, I know you're thinking like, why does it always have to be on level 10? Not every color has to be on level 10. If you're doing dark color, rich colors, like, you know, like a deep rose color, deep red color, a fiery orange or yellow color, it could be on darker hair. But because we're doing soft pastel color, it needs to have a clear canvas. So clear canvas would be a level 10. And so this is a mannequin head, and that's why her hair is already pre-lightened for us. Now, on your client's hair or your hair, you could pre-lighten using Big 9 Cream Lightener, which lifts up to 9 levels. Want to go
Okay, we're not lifting today, so we're going to skip ahead.
I'm going to start off with using charcoal. Charcoal is one of my favorite colors for shadow rooting, and I know a lot of folks always ask me, why does he always do a shadow root? Well, because I don't want to put pink right on the scalp. It's going to look like a hot root. It's going to look like a wig. The whole thing about doing these fun colors and making them look natural is making them look real and believable, and real people have a rootage, a shadow at the scalp. So that's why I always do charcoal. And I know a lot of times we always think charcoal is black, because every time I use it and I do a video on Instagram or YouTube or anything, everyone always thinks it's black. I'm like, guys, it's not black, I promise you. So the next shade into this ombre that I'm going to be doing is Lavender Lust. Because her hair is a level 10 already, I don't need to inject any darker pigments into it. I'm just going to use Lavender Lust by itself, so you get to see the pure, soft iridescence of this lavender. Okay, squeeze it right on in, just like that. Okay, and then the next color I'm gonna do is Pink Diamond. I love the Pink Diamond color because it's like a baby pink. Okay, and the next color I'm gonna use is Cosmic Coral. Cosmic Coral is very, very beautiful. It's actually one of my top favorite shades because it looks very, very vibrant, but yet delicate and soft at the same time. When I squeeze that Cosmic Coral in, you can see how soft but vibrant the color is going to be.
It does look black.
While you're depositing, it only makes sense. And your clients love how soft their hair feels. So what I love is we're creating a shadow root here with the charcoal, going into the next shade, which is the lavender, going into the third shade, I call this the mid shade, which is the pink, right? This is the pink diamond mixed with a little bit of pink possession to get.
I don't have to mix mine because it doesn't have any peroxide. It's just ready.
Highlight color.
Okay, let's skip.
This is the front of the mannequin or your client's face. This is very crucial when doing the sectioning. So you can see her natural part line. You know, she came out of a box, so she's a little bit like squashed in, but you can see her part line is right through here. So we're gonna see that she's gonna part pretty close to the center. So I want to have a money piece. So when doing your ombres, I always make sure the money piece really pops. But you can see how her hair kind of falls forward. So because her hair falls forward, your money piece is going to be hidden. So this is where I always make sure to kind of lay the hair down to see how it falls. But I don't want that big old stripe that you always see with money pieces. So we're going to do a triangle. We're going to section this in. Just like that, we're gonna do a triangle. So the triangle from this point for Widow's Peak, we're gonna kind of go down and you can see this triangle point. And then you take this point and then you go right back to create a diamond shape, right? This is very important here. This helps us create our ombre and knowing where we're gonna drag which color down. So everything from this point, we're gonna get a lot of coral. Everything from the top, we're gonna get more lavender falling down. So the coral can pop. So that's why pre-sectioning is kind of important. It helps you determine how the hair falls. Going right up. Okay, just like so. And then we're gonna clip all of this out of the way. Now she's right back to the front, as you can see.
I don't think I can do
your
this.
money piece will really pop. So remember, the hair will fall, and then the money piece pop through. Charcoal right at the rootage because it's going to create what we call a shadow root, right? So then the next color is lavender. We need to place the cool color next to the charcoal because cool makes more sense as it ombres down. Warm color looks best when it's on the ends because it reflects more. I know some of us want the scalp to be brighter, but what happens is you're going to draw the attention towards the
Roots
root.
are already pretty dark, so I might not need that much of this.
So we're going to do charcoal, lavender, pink, and cosmic coral. All right, so this is a part that everyone always gets scared of. You can see that I'm painting that charcoal right on that scalp, on that blonde hair, and everyone's like, why is he taking her hair black? And you could clearly see it's not black, it's just charcoal because it's in contrast to the blonde, it's gonna look black, right? Anytime you put some pigment into blonde hair, it's always gonna look dark even though it's not. And I feel like the camera never captures it right, like how we see it with our own eyes. And so that's why charcoal is the perfect color to create the shadow root.
Can't see the back. Let me try this camera. Put my camera up.
And I'm gonna go all the way around, right? It just makes life so much more easier when you get to outline the section because you get to control the hair when you already place it on the scalp. So now that we have already applied the charcoal down on the rootage, I'm just gonna divide the nape area in half so I can work up one section at a time. Put the charcoal down first because the color at the base. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use that charcoal and swipe it down, right? I'm not applying any more color, just swipe to create that merge. Just like that. And now I'm gonna apply the lavender. Okay, use your palm as your platform to paint. And you wanna pack on the color very nice and thick right here. So that way you get to move that color down the strands of the hair, right? Just like so. Swipe, swipe, swipe. Never rope. You always want a flat panel. Flat paneling looks like this. You lay the hair in a panel. Like so. You want to drag it pretty low here because in the nape area, I really want to make sure I get a lot of cool tones because the cool tones will help frame the face in the nape area. What you want to do is almost imagine turning the picture black and white and what the highlights will look like. And that's why it's very important knowing that the cool tones will always absorb more. That's why I'm dragging down the cool tones to make it look like, if I was to turn it black and white, that this is the brown color, and then the coral will look like the blonde color. That's how it always registers so well when I do these ombres and color melts, right? You want to go ahead and finish the lavender throughout all of it so you can work faster and don't cross-contaminate and allow the color to soak in. So I find that a lot of us try to do the ombre right away. The first section, we try to drag the coral and the pink and too many things at once, and that's when you get...
Thank God, because I only have 2 brushes. I think I'm gonna run out of lavender. This is a mess. Lord have mercy. I can't see. Oof. Don't waste anything, girl. Alright, I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side.
Diamond. So I am applying this right through where I see the blonde, just like so. And I'm gonna tap it before I go in and do the melt, right? Because this allows for me, or for us, to really see the pink pop on its own. Because when you start melting it down, swiping it, you're gonna cross-contaminate right away, not giving it time to sink in. So this is very, very crucial that you do this. Now this does take an extra step, but what I find is that the end result will have more vibrancy and more purity within each tone. I find that this works best because right when the color or the dye sink into the hair, you're gonna get that pure vibrancy, so it won't cross-contaminate. I know some of us will be like, oh, well, there's certain color lines that don't bleed. That's not the point. The reason why there's more bleedage within color with certain brands is because there's more pigment.
Okay guys, I'll be back when I finish the other side. Just use my fingers to do this.
So you can see how I left the tips out. Now it doesn't look like much hair there, but you'll be surprised how this will pop with the coral right on the ends. Just that little bit of tip out will really pop, and you can see already right when that coral touched. Look how beautiful that coral is. And you can see here, without this coral, you would not get this pop. And you can see it's not orange. I think a lot of people, when we think of coral, we think of orange. But look at that, it's not orange. I'm gonna move into the front. So we're gonna hit both sides, just like that, to each section. And just apply that lavender gently on the hair. We're not gonna saturate yet, I just need to get the product on there. So that way we get to move it along quicker and not spend so much time trying to saturate. You just kind of move it away from her face, just like so. And we are not trying to spread the lavender down to the ends. We're just tapping right at that second zone outside of the rootage, like that. And this is gonna ensure that we get that blend. Because sometimes when we try to color melt in these little crucial areas, we start dragging the lavender down too low, and then the shadow will go down too far. So you'll see me kind of overlap the lavender over the charcoal because they blend very, very well together. Right back here with the color that's on that hair, just kind of bring it down further, just like that. Drag that down because that's right behind that face frame. You want this lavender to hug that face. Get that pink possession, place it right on the blonde area down here near the tips, but leave those tips out. And now we're gonna overlap that pink diamond over the lavender. And this is what's gonna give it that more vibrancy. See that? And then, without contaminating the pink ends, we're moving on to...
Guys, I think I'm not gonna do it exactly like he is.
Because you don't want that cross-contamination.
I kind of want a bolder money piece.
Massage left and right because you gotta get that product into the hair. Leave enough ends out because you need that cosmic coral to go in. Very important area here. Okay, I'm gonna slope down with that pink diamond. Okay, and just kind of leave it out. Start soaking in. I'm going to apply that Cosmic Coral right on that face frame immediately, overlapping that section because you want the coral to overlap the pink a little bit so it'll pop right along that face frame, but it'll still blend. And then kind of side swipe it down just like that. And that's what is going to ensure that you get that blend. Okay, I'm just going to lay this little cotton down, that way we don't stain the face. Right, so now we get to tip out the rest of it with the Cosmic Coral.
I'm back. I just did my roots. This is very, very, very difficult. I think it's gonna be enough. The purple, lavender lust. Just using my fingers for the coral. Oh my god. I guess I'll see you in 1 hour. This is it. The final result. And I have to say, I love it.
Transition into the lavender lust. Now keep in mind, the lavender lust has to combat a lot of yellow that naturally occurs in blonde hair. So that's why you get a little bit of that almost metallic finish to that lavender lust. And if you want to deepen it, you can add purple raven to add more depth to the tone. But I love how soft and pastel this looks. It creates that opal-like reflection. And going into that pink diamond and transition into that Cosmic Coral, I truly believe that the Cosmic Coral really ties everything in.
Try to fix this a little bit. I feel like if I brush the curls with my fingers, it holds better. Oh no. Yeah. Wow, it actually looks really nice. It doesn't quite look pastel to me, but that's, again, probably because my hair was not the right level. But oh my god, I actually really love this color. And it looks very fall to me, but not like your typical fall color. And it's very shiny and healthy looking. Not bad at all. It doesn't look like a insanely brassy or anything like that, which I was a little worried there'd be a lot of like a dark blonde showing through. And honestly, I probably should have put more of the lavender, but I only had purchased 1 tube and it ended up being enough, kind of, but I was really stretching it. I didn't really slather it on as much as I should have in an ideal situation. But wow, guys, I really, really am in love with this color. I'm gonna probably do this color again sometime. It's been a whole year. Last year, if you guys follow me, you know, I removed henna from my hair, which was really, really hard, and I bleached my hair several times, and there was a lot of scares. Maybe it would burn and fall off, but it's still here. And this was the goal I've had for a whole year. I've had to be so patient and wait to do this. As you can see, it's not like pastel because I put it on hair that was too dark, but that's okay. I love it. I like it. It's kind of like a dusty lavender pink, and it's definitely not like Guy Tang's results, but I'm not Guy Tang. I'm not a professional, so what do you expect? I also want to say I am so freaking glad I didn't do another bleach wash. If I had done another bleach wash, I think my hair would have been not manageable. I wouldn't be able to apply heat to it anymore like I just did. It wouldn't be like this, shiny and healthy looking. It just would have been sad. Yes, it would have taken on pastel colors better, but I don't think that's worth it. I'd rather have healthy hair with an okay color than fantastic color with like frizzy, fried hair. One good tip is to do a strand test to see if you actually need to go another level lighter. I did do a strand test yesterday and I realized, wow, I don't hate this color. I skipped a bleach wash and I just put this on. And if you guys don't know, semi-permanent dye doesn't have any peroxide in it. You just put it on directly. It's like a conditioning treatment. It doesn't damage your hair, so that was the best option for me at this point. In the video, Guy Tang, he does use a demi dye, which requires peroxide, and he has all these really great products. He added the Olaplex and his collagen. I've never tried that, but he claims it's really good. I trust him. He's something else. He's really good what he does. So if you can get that, that's nice. But apparently most of his stuff is not really accessible. I understand why he takes that stance, because he's he's really dedicated hairstylist and he wants to support other hairstylists. I get it. So I got it on eBay. I'll put the link in the description, like I said before. I will be doing more hair experiments in the future. Probably gonna take a break for a little bit. Halloween's coming up, so I'm going to be doing a lot of Halloween looks. So subscribe if you're interested in getting updated whenever I upload a video and you can see what I do next. Thanks.